Hey, it is Kathy with Kathy's Online Sales. Just want to talk about some vintage. Um, Today is April 14th, 2025, and I'm here Mondays at 2. The streaming won't be unless Facebook gets their act together. The streaming's going to be on YouTube because Facebook has been giving me grief. Okay, so I want to show you some of the things that I have that will be listing soon. I don't know if I can do this before Easter or not, but I'll show you some of the things that I have that I assume is vintage. This is a lined skirt. And it is who? Allison McCabe. What do you think? It's 80% wool, 20% polyester. So I'm kind of thinking this is vintage, and it's very, very high quality, and it's lined. Okay, that's one. Um, Come on, Kathy. All right. This is Carolyn Taylor, but for By Design. It's 80% lamb's wool and 20% nylon. Now, I do not know if this is vintage or not, but you can see where it's ribbed. And like this, and the skirt will probably be listed later on. It doesn't hurt to list it whenever you feel like it. When people need stuff or want stuff, they will purchase it. Do you know what I mean? But I'll have to investigate. This is a Levi's jeans for women jacket, top. I don't know. It's heavy denim, and it's the snaps. Yeah, the snaps. So, good condition. I like to sell Levi's stuff, Levi's and Wranglers and all that. This is the front of it, and it looks like Western wear. It's sheer. Oh no, the tag is out. I think this person must have wore it a lot. In the back. So I have no idea, but it looks just the look of it. And it's got, whoops, where are we? Covered button. Tells me a lot. Do they still cover buttons? I don't know. And Lands, Lanz. This is like a velveteen dress. And it's meant to be, I'm assuming it's meant to have a sweater or something under it. Okay. Talk about covered buttons. This is a Diffugigi, whatever. I don't really know. And there's the covered buttons. And it is pure silk, good condition. See, covered buttons. Whoa, I keep showing the laptop. And it's pretty design. And color. yeah, you guys, this is pretty. That will be listed later on in life. This right here, I don't know anything about this. It says limited edition units. What does that mean? The pattern, it's got padded. The pattern, it's the pattern that I have. Like, what? It's lined. It is not for button up. So I don't know. This is what one of them. I just don't know. I don't know. I'll have to take a picture of it and look it up. Do they even make padded shoulders anymore? I don't know. What is the material? What is the material? Round. Dry clean only. So I have no clue, y'all. It says free size. I don't know what that means. I'll measure it before I list it. But yeah, I mean, if you want something different, maybe it was common in the day. I don't know. These are Western, and I know they sell Rough Rider by Circle T. And these are very sellable. 5.6 in good condition. So I know that's going to, and I know this is going to go too. Now, if you guys ever come across these jackets, you need to hang on to them and sell them. Or you need to grab them if you can get them. I could do Traders. And it is one of them dust, long coats. And it's oiled. And I've sold one before, so I know that they're sellable. People just like them. They just plain old like them. And it's heavy. It's got long pockets. And it is used. So yeah. And it's got the patch on the sleeve. I know I can't show it off very well, sorry. It's got the patch on the sleeves. You can look it up. It is a sellable item. And these clothes is what I got from my niece who does storage units. And she does sell some clothes. Hardy Finds. Check her out. Okay, now on eBay. Oh, now I wanted to share a video. I wanted to watch this video with you guys. See what he has to say. This video is, it says, do's and don'ts about buying and selling vintage clothing top 5 list. This was 3 years ago, so I'm kind of, I don't know. I just wanted to get something that was shareable, so that you guys can go on over and look on YouTube and find other videos that are copyrighted or whatever. But this I wanted to share. This is Creative Commons video, and I want to be able to share with you guys. Where's the Creative Commons? Right there. Creative Commons license. Reuse is allowed. So here we go. Let's listen up.
And today we have a banger video for you guys. We're doing the do's and don'ts of buying and selling vintage. Let's go. But first, I gotta thank you guys for all the amazing support I've had. 50 subscribers in like a week is pretty crazy. TikTok, Instagram, I'm getting all the messages. Thank you guys for the YouTube videos, giving me comments, suggestions, ideas, the whole shebang. The support has just been literally insane. I cannot thank you guys enough for it. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So if you guys fuck with the video, make sure you guys drop a like on it. It really helps me out. And with that, let's get right into it. Virgil Abloh, the creator and founder of Off-White, has even gone to say streetwear is dead. Not that it's just dead, but that vintage is the next wave in fashion. Now, I get it. Buying and selling vintage and understanding what is vintage and what is not vintage is super hard to do. I've been doing this for 3 years and I still don't know everything there is to know. Personally, I consider vintage anything that was made 15 years or prior. And a lot of the time, you guys can tell when it was made by the copyright dates or on the tags. Now, I get it. It's hard to tell what year the tags come from. Look at all these Gildan tags. Look at all these Nike tags. They're all different, and eventually, just by doing it and going out, you'll eventually learn. But once you get the hang of it, vintage is a great way to show off your style. And if you want a place to get some cool vintage, make sure you guys check out Lost Threads Co. Shameless plug. I know. Cue the meme. Whatever. I don't care.
Nope.
Shout out my website. We're doing a big drop on the October 30th. I don't know if it's actually going to be... This video is going to be out by then, but I hope so. I'm going to try. Okay. As you can see, this video is going to take a lot more editing than my previous video. Piece cool for my mom or my girlfriend or whatever I'm getting it for. I just think she'll really like it. I'm always willing to give a steal on it because I know it's going to a good home to somebody who's going to really appreciate it. Okay. So usually, rather than buying from places like Round 2 or Cool Kicks or anybody else who sells vintage high-end, not that those places are bad, just usually you're going to get a more like family-like experience with independent sellers.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, I'm not saying all of them are good, so I'm going to give you a few different examples other than just my shop of people who are great sellers and somebody who I've had an actual really good experience with. So make sure you guys check them out and just tell them Lost sent you, or don't. It doesn't really matter.
Nope.
And that brings me to my third point. Make sure you guys try to buy stuff that you can resell in the future. One of the best things about vintage is that it's already old and it's already secondhand.
Exactly.
So by buying something, you can usually resell it in the future. Like I bought this Wile E. Coyote t-shirt for $200. A t-shirt for $200. It sounds crazy. I wore it for 2 years and then resold it for $300. It's one of the coolest things about it because you can still wear the stuff as long as you don't get like stains or holes or anything like that on it. It's still going to resell in the future and you're technically not losing that money. You're putting it into an asset. Obviously not everything is an asset, but just try to look for stuff that you know that is going to have resell in the future. For example, I saw a lot of Disney stuff on Lost Threads Co. That's just because I love Disney. I grew up with it. However, I knew there is a lot of other people who love Disney and grew up with it. So when I buy stuff that's Disney, I can wear it for myself for a little bit, and then I can sell it on my website to somebody else who loves Disney, and that same piece can get double the enjoyment instead of just going to a landfill and sitting away. And speaking of how Disney is meaningful to me, try to buy vintage that's meaningful to you. There's so many different types of vintage out there. NASCAR, sports tees, Disney, just random graphics, art tees. There's literally every category of vintage out there. So find something that means something to you.
It's more fun when you like what you're purchasing and knowing that you can resell it later. You can enjoy it now, resell it later.
Like, I like soccer, I like Disney, Looney Tunes characters, certain things that have nostalgia for me. I can go get that stuff and rock it on my body. So it's just like this cool like thing where like I'm already showing off like just something that means something to me or it has meaning to me, or it's just something I think is fucking sick. Either way, it's cool, but like just know that when you're buying vintage, you can buy almost anything you can think of. So make sure you guys do your research and just really think about what you guys like. And of course, if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to DM me on Instagram. I try to get to all my DMs. Sometimes I get a big flooded, but I love answering your comments and questions. Honestly, I've seen and had so many great interactions with y'all that it really never hurts just to reach out. And last but not least, number 5. Don't be afraid to buy bootleg. It's no shame in buying bootleg tees. First of all, there's a ton of vintage bootlegs, like the ones when you walked out of the concert back in the 80s and 90s, and there was those dudes selling the t-shirts on the street for like 10, 20 bucks.
Y'all give me $1.
Yeah, those are obviously bootlegs, but they still go for money. If you have Tupac or Biggie bootlegs, I'm probably gonna put them on the screen right here. Look at how much those sold for. It's crazy. And there's a bunch of new amazing artists who are doing bootlegs for themselves. So they're taking old styles of t-shirts and they're printing them on new high quality tees and giving them that vintage look. I have 2 right here that I have. I don't think they're on Lost Threads Co, but they're just some of my favorite pieces that I keep in my collection. So if you guys can't find anything that's actually vintage, hit up your local bootleg dealer and see if there's anything available. And if you like the style of these tees right here, let me know, because I've been really thinking about making some. I want like a Phineas and Ferb and Johnny Test one, just like some of the shows I grew up on as a kid. And I really want to make those and nobody's making them. So like I think I'm gonna try to do like a limited run of like 40 or 50 and just like sell enough to make my money back so I can have like 2 of those t-shirts for myself. So just comment that like somewhere in the YouTube comments or DM me on Instagram, etc. I actually thought of one more thing just because of a stupid recent situation I had at Goodwill. When new people come into the community, welcome them. It only helps the community grow, and that means the vintage you're selling is only gonna be worth more, and the whole community is only gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's just what helps all of us.
Stupid.
I really have no idea if this was a short or a long video. I can't really tell while I'm recording it. I guess we'll see when we're editing. But I just want to do 5 quick tips and here are them on the screen just so you guys can do a quick reminder. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video, and stay humble, stay blessed. Shout out Paul Cantu. Peace.
That was pretty good. I want to see his other videos if he's still in town. When was this short? $30 to $40. Yeah, so he's still hanging in there. 2 years ago. I don't know. He might just be doing shorts now. When was this short?
Why do thrift stores charge $20 for football jerseys? Are you tired of resellers price gouging? Want Janko jeans but don't want to spend $300? Well, I'm selling my entire collection.
How do I know?
What's your best ever thrift find? I've been going to my local Goodwill bins for over 5 years now, and I found some amazing vintage pieces in my time there. But just over 3 years ago, I found something way better than any piece of clothing. This is Bella, and she is by far the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I found her at the dirtiest place I know. This May, we celebrate our 3-year anniversary, and even though I thought I would never say this, I couldn't be more grateful for Goodwill. Because sometimes with thrifting, the best things you find are the things you weren't even looking for in the first place. So whether it's a vintage tee or something else.
He's still around because people are commenting. Okay, cool. So my thought this morning was, does it make any difference when you sell a vintage item? It just goes up in value, especially if it's trending. And I mean, vintage is vintage. If you find something vintage and you think it's cool, go ahead and get it. And then wear it and keep it in good shape, and then you can resell it. I mean, as far as clothes or even using as any kind of decor or anything, vintage teas are in right now. So if you can talk your grandparents and get rid of their vintage teas, if they still got them, go ahead. Go ahead. All right, guys, thanks. I just wanted to share some of the things I'm getting ready to list and talk to y'all later. And I learned when that was the first time I've seen that, and I'm learning from it, even though it's 3 years old. Talk to you later.